Yay or nay?
No, what is wrong with you? That's such a dumb question. Don't do it. I don't know that you're thinking about it. I'm talking more generally to everybody. Don't unless you have like a medical condition or you're transitioning, and then definitely don't do it. But don't take steroids.
Why?
What do you mean, why? I mean, do you want a small penis? Do you want your dick to shrink?
First of all, this has nothing to do with me. But second of all,
well, you asked why, and so I know I don't. You're just asking the general question, and I'm talking to the general audience, the royal you. Do you want a small penis? Do you want acne all over your body? Do you want your whole body? Do you want your face to age and your all of your body to grow, not just your muscles? Like you can just like not be as strong, and that's okay. Like you don't have to deadlift 500 pounds if you're at 400 pounds. You're fine. You're gonna live. You're not a professional. You're not getting paid to do this. Why do you care if you lift that extra 100 pounds for a 1 rep max for one time in your life, and then 10 years from now, like you're never gonna, like you can tell your friends at the bar, oh, one time I deadlifted 500 pounds. Who gives a fuck?
Well, your 1 rep max is something that you should be proud of. But 2, I do think that. So I mean, sure.
Who's doing the 1 rep max if you're taking steroids? You or the steroids?
You.
No.
Steroid. Okay, you act like steroids is this panacea for muscle growth. You still have to put in the work. You still have to put in the work.
You can take steroids and you will get stronger even if you don't exercise. Yes, you still should put in work to actually like if you want to lift a whole lot of weight. Yes, you need to put in the work. But you're not doing that. The steroids are doing that.
Okay, but if you take steroids and sit on your ass every day, you're not changing. You're not getting stronger. You're not getting bigger. And also, to your point about the acne and stuff, sure, that comes from some steroids, but there are a wide variety of them. You have Tren, you have Deca, you have Anadrol, you have a bunch of different kinds.
Are we still talking about the royal you?
Yes. There are a lot of different kinds that have some different side effects and some have limited side effects. And when you mix and do different things or you go on and off cycle, there are different outcomes. And so it doesn't, all of those negative stereotypes that come with steroids are real in many senses, but they don't have to be as bad as they once were in like the 90s, where you would take steroids and go into a roid rage and punch a hole through a wall and your face would break out.
I don't think anybody should take steroids unless they're like a professional bodybuilder and want to, but I'm going to make a straw man argument to Brad. Why eat beef?
Huh?
Why eat meat?
Why?
I don't understand. Why am I eating food? Are you retarded?
No, you can eat pasta or whatever. Like part of your motive. My point is no. My point is
Michael's making a great point.
You eat beef or meat because it enhances muscle growth, correct? Yes.
No, because it's healthy. And yes, as a part of the reason is that it's easier for me to gain strength, but it's not going to be an artificial amount.
So where's the line? Would you take creatine supplements? Have you in the past? Yes. So what is the difference?
There's a big difference between steroids, which is a hormone. You're messing with your hormonal system in a very artificial way.
Yes. Right?
And eating beef.
He's not talking about what the difference is chemically. He's talking about what the difference purposely. Like if you're doing that for a reason.
I'm not going to entertain such a retarded argument.
First, he doesn't want to talk about calories because he's wrong. Now he doesn't want to talk about steroids because he's wrong.
Creatine.
Fine, Charles. Take steroids. I really don't think that anybody should take steroids. Michael makes a good point that if you're a bodybuilder and you're like, that's part of the fucking gig and that's what you sign up for, fine. But if that's not you, you should not be doing that.
I agree.
I don't necessarily agree, but none of us are taking steroids, so it doesn't matter. Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the BCM podcast. Brian, Searle, thanks for being a good sport and engaging with us the whole time, even though you had some nasty things to say about New Jersey. I will disregard those. Even though you had something positive to say about Brad, I will also disregard that, and we will make sure to edit it so that this won't be in the recording. But thank you for tuning in. I don't know where our buddy Dane was today. I hope he's doing all right. Dane, if you're listening,